Hi, welcome to our channel. I'll be taking us how to make this simple baby dress. Please subscribe. The hip measurement of the child is just 24 inches. That's the biggest part of the baby's body. She's 2 years old. So I'll fold my material into two. I want it to have zip. After folding my material into two, I'll fold again to give me 4, leaving about half an inch or 1 inch as my zip allowance. I left like 1 inch as my zip allowance. So here is my center front. From my center front, here's my center front. I'll mark the length of the dress I want. The length of this dress is 20, but I will be making use of 18 because I want to use this dry lace at the down part of the dress. So I'll be marking my 18 and 18. I'll mark it thrice and connect it with my ruler. I just connected it with my ruler. I hope you can see. I hope you can see the blue chalk. Okay, so from here, I'll take my shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 8 inches. 8 inches divided by 2, that's 4 inches. So I'm going to mark 4 inches plus sewing allowance. That's 4.5. 4 inches sewing allowance, 4.5. Our armhole is 5, so I'll mark 5 inches down and connect to my 4.5 shoulder measurement. I'll divide half of this my armhole into 2, 5, 2.5, and go in by half an inch. I'll go in by half an inch. That's to help me draw my armhole. So using that, I would connect it and draw my armhole. Now, on my armhole line, I'll be marking our bust divided by 4. Our bust is 20 divided by 4 is 5. I want to add 1 inch allowance. You can use half an inch since there is zip, but I want to add 1. From there, I'll be connecting it straight down to this side. Straight down, like a slant down. So using my ruler, I'll connect it straight down with the remaining part of the fabric. Now I'll cut the neck using 2 inches by 2.5 inches for my front. So I'll cuff it like that. I'll come down by 1 inch. I'll come down by 1 inch on this shoulder line and connect it to my neck. I'll connect my shoulder line to my neck. I hope you can see that. Connecting my shoulder line to my neck. And here is the neck for my front. For my back, I'll just make it a bit smaller, like 1.5 inch, depending on how high you want it to be. So the first one here is my back, while this deeper one is my front. My front and my back. So here is the material I want to pleat at the down part of my cloth. So I'll be cutting the remaining gown length on this material. Don't forget we said our gown length, I wanted to use 20, but let me just use like 22. And out of that 22, I already marked some parts here. I already marked like 18 inches here, so I have 4 inches more to go, depending on how long you want your gown to be. I'm going to be cutting 5 inches instead of 4 because of the joining allowance. So I'll mark my 5 inches. I want to put this on the neck, but before I cut that, I'll have to join my fabric first. So we'll be going to the machine now to join my fabric. For me to join my fabric, I'll first close, I'll leave about 15 inches here for a zip and close the remaining part of our zip allowance. It's time to join. I'm going to be joining the back of my clothes and leaving my zip allowance. I used half for my zip allowance because the material is pretty small. So I left some inches up. I left about 14 inches up, and then I'm closing the remaining part. So that's my back. This is my back. I want to join my front and my back together. Here is my front. I want to join it to my back at the side. I'll join the sides of my clothes, the right and the left side. And when I'm done joining the sides, I'll join my shoulder. I've joined my shoulder. My dress is almost complete. So at the down part of my dress, I'll be putting my dry lace in form of a pit round my dress. I'll be putting it round. Like tiny pleats. I'll close the end part of my lace together. And end my pleats. What I have. So now I'll be turning the neck with either bias or this lace material, but I would love to use the lace material to turn the neck so that it will be showing round the neck. So I'll be cutting the lace material in bias form, about 1.5 inch. Here is my lace material. I actually cut a very long strip of it, and it's 1.5. So I'll fold it into 2 and come inside the inner part of my Ankara. I want to use to turn the neck, so because I want it to show outside, that's why I'm turning it from the inner part. So I'll take you around like that. I've taken you around the neck, cutting the excess. So I'll turn it out now. Can you see? I'm going to be turning it out. So here is my neck. Here is the neck of my baby's wear. I'll do the same thing to the 2 armhole. I'll turn both armholes with my dry lace and cut all unnecessary threads. And this is what I have: my dress, the down parts like this, and the upper parts like this, the armhole like this. So I'll just be going ahead to fix my zip at the back. Here is my zip that I'll be using, and I've changed my machine foot to a zipper foot. Don't forget, whatever you add as zip allowance is what you should hold. Don't hold more than you added as zip allowance. For me, I added half, so I'm going to be holding half. I'll be fixing the other side too, and I'll make sure that the zip ends on the same level, like at this neck region. I'll make sure it ends on the same level. So I'll pin it just to make sure it ends on the same level. So we have fixed the zip. You can cut the excess from the zip and close the mouth. Then I'll hang the zip by folding this excess to the back and tacking it down like this.
Welcome.